We're going to try a set of questions that are factor by grouping. First one, 10ab plus 8a plus 35b plus 28. We're looking for pairs that we can take the greatest common factor out and be left with the same factor in each pair. So I'm going to do the first two and the last two. So with 10ab plus 8a, my greatest common factor is 2a. When I divide 2a into each term, I'm left with 5b plus 4. Okay, with 35b plus 28, my greatest common factor is 7. When I divide 7 into each term, I'm left with 5b plus 4 as well. With factor by grouping, as long as these two factors are the same, I can group these two into my other factor. So I have 2a plus 7 and 5b plus 4 as my factors. If I were to FOIL this, my answer would be the same as the original question. So 2a plus 7 is one factor, the other is 5b plus 4. For 28xy plus 8x plus 63y plus 18, I'm going to pair the first and third term and the second and fourth term. So first I'm going to rewrite this as 28xy plus 63y plus 8x plus 18. Again, my goal is to have the same factor when I take out the greatest common factor in each pair. So my first pair, my greatest common factor, is 7y. When I divide each term by 7y, I get 4x plus 9. For my other pair, my greatest common factor is 2. And when I divide 2 into each term, I'm left with 4x plus 9. Notice my factor is the same when I take out the greatest common factor. Now I can combine 7y and positive 2 as one factor. My other factor is the 4x plus 9. Okay, so my answer is 7y plus 2 times 4x plus 9. If I factor by grouping 48uv plus 6u plus 56v plus 7, okay, I'm going to group the first two and the last two. Okay, so 48uv plus 6u, the greatest common factor is 6u. When I divide 6u into each, I'm left with 8v plus 1. 56v plus 7, the greatest common factor, is 7, leaving me with 8v when I divide 7 into 56v plus 1. Notice again my factors are the same, 8v plus 1. So I have 6u plus 7 times 8v plus 1. Factor by grouping 30uv plus 6u plus 35v plus 7. 30uv plus 6u, the greatest common factor is 6u. When I divide 6u into 30uv, I have 5v. Divide 6u into 6u, that's 1. 35v plus 7 is my other group. Common factor, greatest common factor is 7. Divide 7 into each term, I have 5v plus 1. Okay, I have the same factor here and here. So my factors are 6u plus 7 and 5v plus 1. Again, to double check myself, I could FOIL these two factors, and my answer should be the same as the original question. Okay, an example for number 5, factor by grouping. 27ab minus 18a minus 15b plus 10. I'm going to go ahead and group the first two and the last two. So 27ab minus 18a, the greatest common factor is 9a. If I divide 9a into each term, I get 3b minus 2. For negative 15b plus 10, the greatest common factor is negative 5. If I divide negative 5 into negative 15b, I get 3b. Negative 5 into positive 10 is negative 2. So my factors are 9a minus 5 and 3b minus 2. One last example of factor by grouping. 4ab minus 20a plus 7b minus 35. My first group is going to be 4ab minus 20a. Greatest common factor is 4a. Divide each term by 4a. I'm left with b minus 5. For 7b minus 35, my greatest common factor is 7. If I divide 7 into each term, I'm left with b and negative 5. Since both of these are the same, I have 4a plus 7 as one factor and b minus 5 as my other factor.